Hello, my little ones. Grammy told me to read you Hansel and Gretel, but I have a better idea. Just don't tell Grammy. I'm going to tell you my weird Aunt Sally's favorite story. It's called Little Triste, a Codependent Fairy Tale. Once upon a time in a land not so far away, there was a little girl named Triste, whose family put her in charge of the weather. On sunny days, her family got along pretty well, but on rainy days, they fought and then blamed Triste for not doing her job. Little Triste, being the immature child she was, bought into her family's premise that she could control the weather. But since she succeeded at producing nice weather only some of the time, Triste felt like a failure. Month after month, year after year, she struggled to feel good about herself in the face of failing so often to deliver sunny skies to rescue her miserable family. Little Triste became so obsessed with controlling the weather that she quite naturally began trying to control it for every unhappy person she cared about, especially any boyfriend she might have. But at last, she was never able to do a good enough job, and so she always felt like a failure. Long ago, little Triste forgot about her own happiness because she was so consumed with watching the skies. She never even stopped to ask herself how she ever got this thankless job, or whether she even wanted to keep it. She just continued trying to control the weather for everyone, year after year, until she became so depressed about the hopelessness of her situation, so down on herself for her frequent failures, so stressed by the heavy burden she carried, and so exhausted by all the energy she spent trying to control the weather, that she just broke down and cried. She knew she couldn't do it anymore, but she'd been doing it for so long, she didn't know what else she would do if she wasn't trying to control the weather to make everyone happy. Little Triste was lost. She looked into the mirror and wondered, who is this person staring back at me? Tears slipped from her eyes as strange thoughts materialized in her head. Finally, she whispered to her own reflection, "You can't do this anymore." Suddenly, panic swept through her veins, but Triste wouldn't back down. She shouted, "I resign!" And immediately every cell in the back of her neck screamed back, "You can't do that. That would make you a horrible, selfish person, and then no one will love you." When Triste finally calmed down, she declared, "I quit. I will no longer try to control the weather to make everyone happy." And for the first time in her life, Triste felt a burden lift from her shoulders, and she could finally breathe. From then on, Triste fought to not blame herself for cloudy days. Then she realized she also had to fight to not take credit for sunny days. Triste knew she was on to something profound because she felt a tingling in her gut. Still, she couldn't shake a feeling of emptiness, like a hole that had always been there, but she'd never noticed before. The more Triste let go of trying to control the weather, the more she realized she needed a new purpose in life, but she wasn't sure what that would be. So she visited an old woman known for her wisdom and compassion and asked, "How can I rid myself of this emptiness I feel inside?" "Triste," said the old woman, "you need to stop worrying about the weather and the happiness of others. These are things you cannot control. You cannot make a cloudy day sunny, and you cannot make an unhappy person happy. It's time to focus on what you can control, and that is you. It's time to fill the emptiness with you." Triste had never heard such words before. They sounded so strange and foreign and scary, but they also sounded magical. What does that mean, she thought. What does it mean to fill the emptiness with me? The beginning.